Hello and a very good afternoon. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Mosby. Thank you for joining us. Welcome back if you joined us earlier on, and a very warm welcome if you joined us just for the first time. Sorry for the slightly tardy start to the show. I had a bit of a wardrobe malfunction. That's all you need. That's all you need to know as far as that is concerned. But listen, we have got a brilliant show on the way for you. It's going to be great. It's Colour Me Happy, so it is all about all things colouring, and we are focusing today on, well, lots of sparkle because we've got the amazing metallic pens on the show. We've got some really, really cool collections for you as well. If it's stamps that you're after, stencils that you're after, indeed, if it's things like accessories that you're after as well, we have got those on the show for you too. Lots to come. We'll be asking you to get social with us as well over the course of the show. It is National Christmas Jumper Day today, so we are in a bit of a Christmassy sort of mood. So as well as asking for pictures of your Christmas jumpers, we're going to be looking at Christmas jokes, cracker jokes during this show as well. I tell you what, if you want to see a great Christmas jumper, my partner in crime for the next 2 hours is modelling one right over the other side of the studio. It's Craig.
Thank you very much. Absolutely. I've got my jumper on, my snowman jumper. Let me tell you, ever since we done Colour Me Happy together a couple of weeks ago, I have been desperate to get my hands on another show. So when I was asked to do this one, I was beyond excitement was just ridiculous. We have got such an incredible 2 hours lined up. We've got our metallic markers, metallic pencils, we've got metallic ink pots, but then we need something to add a bit of colour to them when it comes to stamping. We've got some stamps, we have got some embossing folders that also cut, but we're going to do a bit of heat embossing to really showcase what these metallic ink ranges can do. And this is why I'm buzzing isn't even the word to get started on this show.
It's going to be a real humdinger.
It's going to be a humdinger.
Humdinger. As we said earlier on, we're looking forward to hearing from you during the course of the show. A few quick hellos. To Deborah, who says hello again from Ohio. Hello, Deborah. Katie says hi again, everyone from San Francisco. Nicole Brederick says hi. Fran from Alberta, Canada, and Frank G from St. Petersburg, Florida, all in. As you mentioned, if you want to get in touch, Facebook and YouTube, you can leave your messages. You can also get in touch on the email as well. Send in your pictures, please. What are you wearing today as far as your festive outfits are concerned? Come on. Studio at crafterscompanion.co.uk. Festive knits, jumpers, shirts, festive glasses. Send in your pictures, please, as far as that's concerned. And also on the comments, your festive jokes as well, please. Cracker jokes. Obviously got to be Christmassy and got to be terrible as well, because that's what you expect to get in your Christmas cracker. Right, let's move on. I've got the giggles now, and that is totally your fault. Totally your fault. Right, let's get started with the inks. Now, I've not seen these before. We've got the Spectrum Noir metallic pens coming up, but these ink pots I have not seen before, so very excited to bring these to you. It is your vintage and rich collection. Who knew, right? Inside these little boxes, you have got 8 pots of your metallic ink, and it's absolutely gorgeous. You're going to get some beautiful colours in here. Let me show you the boards and I'll show you the pots. So you're going to get the rich metallics, and then you're also going to get included in this collection your vintage metallics as well. So your rich metallics here, as you can see, you are going to get your gold plate, your silver ingot, you've got that gorgeous ancient bronze, and then you've got your pewter as well. And then in the other little box, which is your vintage metallics, this is all about that beautiful burnished copper, tarnished silver, aged copper, and your antique bronze. 8 pots you're going to get. And look at these, so cool. Inside your little box here, so this is your, which one is this? Your rich metallics. You get 4 of these cute little pots. And just bearing in mind, if you've not seen these shows before, if you look at these pots and think to yourself, but they don't look particularly big, this really does go a long, long way. Deal on this today is phenomenal. You're going to get all of these for £29, all 8 for $29 or $47, saving over £20 or $32. $23.20 if you are a platinum member, or $37.60. Absolutely gorgeous with your water reactive inks. And again, you know, 2 weeks away, great little stocking filler ideas for anyone who's crafty in your life if you're looking to shop for them. And as I say, still plenty of time to get these to you as well, with 2 weeks to go. £29 or $47 on those. Now, these markers, if you prefer to go for those, are absolutely brilliant. We featured these fairly recently, actually, and I saw these for the first time, and so impressed was I with them that I'm glad that we've got them back today as well. 18 of your Spectrum Noir metallic markers in this complete collection, and again, price on this is phenomenal. You're saving almost £12 over $16, $23.98 or $33.90 for these. Absolutely gorgeous. Double-ended, of course, once again. And what they're going to give you that sheen, that shine, that beautiful reflective metallic finish. And let's show you all of the different colours that you're going to get once again. Water-based, of course, so many different things that you can do with these. And take a look. Well, you can see for yourself some of the beautiful colours that you're going to get. And always find that these work beautifully on black cardstock as well, really showing off all of the sheen and the shine that you can just see as I just waggle that back and forth for you. So in the Precious Metals collection, you're going to get your gold plate, the gold nugget, the burnished copper and antique bronze, the pewter, and look at that silver ingot on the bottom there. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. You're then going to get, included in this collection, the rare minerals. Take a look at these colours. Wow. And again, as you can see on the black cardstock, it really does help to produce that sheen and that reflective finish. You've got amethyst, blue topaz, jade green, citrine, your red garnet, and your pink quartz. And then you're also going to receive your antique elements as well. And again, look at that. Just from a distance, you can see how that really catches the light. Antique pearl, vintage satin, your tarnished silver, rose gold, aged copper, and your antique bronze. Price again on that today is phenomenal, $23.98 or $33.90. May well be that you're treating yourself, or again, potentially, if you've got more than one crafter in your life, you can split these up. 3 absolutely brilliant stocking fillers for a low, low price. $23.98 or $33.90. If you prefer to go for pencils, we have got the Spectrum Noir metallic pencils on the show as well. A 12-piece collection is this with pink, violet, purple and yellow in there. You've got your blues, your greens, your gold, silver, nickel, and your mica included as well. Once again, giving you beautiful, beautiful, richly pigmented metallic colours. And again, we'll come on to those in more detail later on. Look at the price on that, 10 quid. What a bargain that is. £10 or $11 with your platinum membership. Again, fantastic, because that price comes down even further for you as well. Now, as far as the collections are concerned, we've got some of my absolute faves on the show. The Crafter's Companion Quirky Sentiment Stamp Collection is just brilliant. We'll go through this in more detail in just a little while, but if you are someone who's struggling to get that perfect sentiment, if you want something a little bit different, a little bit quirky, then this is the collection for you, and you'll see for why later on when we go through the boards. But it is saving over £17 or $20, £30 or $36 is your price on that one today. Next up is the Decorative Floral Word Stamp Collection. Again, this is gorgeous. Big stamps these as well. Again, we'll show you them in more detail later on, but real centerpieces for your cards. And it may well be as well that you can work these into your sort of home decor pieces too, but you're going to get 8 different stamps. Hello, you've got mum, enjoy, friend, sister, thanks, sorry, and congrats. And really gorgeous artwork with the beautiful florals weaved in and out all the different words that you've got. $19.95 or $27.95, half price deal on those if you fancy grabbing those this afternoon. And we've got even more on the show for you as well, as far as we've got the stamp and stencil collection for you too, and even more for you. As always, if you've got any questions, you can get in touch with us, or anything that you want to ask. Also, as far as the emails are concerned, if you've got any of these sets currently and you've used them, you've made some projects, do send pictures of those in as well. Just want to quickly show you, before we go over to Craig, some of the other goodies that we've got on the show. The cut and emboss everyday folders. Again, these are so clever, giving you that cut and emboss with the one pass. You've got love, home, friend, you've got congrats, birthday and thanks in that set. All 6 for £46 or $53. And then this background stencil and focal stamp collection. These are brilliant. I know I always say it sounds like a stuck record, but you've got these amazing stencils in here. If there's a craft that you wanted to kind of get into nice and quickly and nice and easily without a lot of fuss, stenciling I think is it for me, because it's so easy to get started. You can use lots of different mediums on those as well, but you're also going to get some stamps to go with those stencils as well, which beautifully complement the stencils that you've got within those collections. So much to think about, so much to pop into your basket. Don't forget, any questions, any comments, Facebook and YouTube, cracker jokes as well, please, is what we are after during this show. And any pics you can send in to us, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. But let's get over to the crafty side of the studio and let's explore these pens a little bit more, because if you're seeing them for the first time, super versatile these, aren't they?
Absolutely. So what you already know, or what you think you know about metallic markers out there, we're a way to flip that on the head with our ones. Because with other ones out there, what you're going to be able to do is write with them. You can do a little doodle with them, and that's about it. May look nice, but that's about it. With our ones, anything that you want to do when it comes to your technique base, so whether colouring in with them, simple colouring in, absolutely perfect. But then you can colour into things like your acetate, you can do things like your vellums. If you want to stamp with them, you can stamp with them as well, create your spritz backgrounds as well. What about a bit, here we go, it's been moved. Whew, still there. Home decor, as Ben was saying, this is onto glass.
Yeah.
So colouring them onto glass. So if you've got your old style peel-offs, maybe you've got a more modern style when it comes to your peel-off selections, pop them onto glass. Maybe you've got some, for instance, I like to burn candles. If you've got empty jars left over, you can start to decorate these ones as well. Now, what Ben said earlier on is absolutely spot on. These work, I would say, better or perfectly on darker card. So your black card, your really deep navy cards, even your craft card, you can use them on white card, but to get that full metallic effect, whether it's these pens, whether it's the inks, or whether it's the pencils, you get that better effect when it comes to black card. And that's what we're going to show to start with. So we have also on the show, we've got our alphabet stamps as well. So these are really fun and funky, and these are going to work great for these. Because with the alphabet stamps, of course, if you use any of your pencils, maybe your tri-blends, aquaplate pens, you can go all out and you can make it very kind of jungle-esque theme. But what if you want to go deep and darker with your metallic looks? And that's what we're going to do with this one. So what I'm going to do with this one, so we've kind of got like a bit of a line to go with. I'm going to do just a wee bit of heat embossing with these ones here. You don't need to do heat embossing. If you do just want to stamp with any of your other pads, you absolutely can do. But what I'm going to do is bringing in my small stamping platform. We're just going to pop that one on as well. And then all I'm going to do, just using my translucent clear, this is our watermark, we're going to use this one. However, what you could also do, Ben, is if you wanted some extra colour on the outside, why not use a clear embossing powder and use our Harmony opaque pigment ink pads? Because they are pretty much the same as this one here, the watermark, except you've got colour within them. So what I'm going to do is let's just stamp this one out here. We've got my stamping mat to the side. I should have used that one, but we'll still get a good impression all the same. Now what I'm doing here with this one, you could do it with the floral sentiments if you wanted to, or any other of stamps that you may have at home. And I'm just going to then just stamp this one out, and then I've just got some white embossing powder for this one. Let's just cover this one up with some embossing powder. So we can see, give that a good coverage, and then what I'm just going to do is just tip that excess into the middle. And then as you can see, I bet you I must have been given, remember that ink pad that was not very juicy.
Yeah.
I think I've been given that one again. Look at that one. See how it's just missed within the middle. So let's take our next piece of cardstock and let's just re-stamp this one. So stamping it up, just giving it a good coverage, just so we get that sticky ink all over. So if I then just stamp this one out, then what we're going to do is let's do this one again. So just press that all into place, and then we can then start to colour in. So let's just stamp that one into place.
Been told by producer Johnny that lots of hearts for you on Facebook today.
Oh really? What have I done different today?
I don't know. What's all that? What? I mean, is it? Must be the jumper maybe, or the metallics.
Must be.
I don't know. I would say probably more than anything, it's probably the
product.
The product, isn't it? Really? I mean, you know, not the jumper, is it?
No.
You know, with the carrot hanging out.
It's not the jumper. It's not me. It's definitely the product.
No, of course it's Craig. What are we on about? Of course it's Craig.
No, never. No. Never.
Come on.
So we've got an impression now.
I'm just jealous because there's no love for me. Apparently, it's all hearts. It's all hearts.
There'll be plenty for you.
I've put my special Christmas shirt on and everything, even though it's Christmas jumper day today. Oh, I'm getting pictures sent. Oh, so I'm getting pictures sent in the people in their festive attire. You're getting hearts. Yeah, it's great. You know, I appreciate the pictures, but you know, hearts would be good, wouldn't it? What's it like getting all the hearts?
I'm not used to it.
He's being really coy about it now. He's being all coy. There's lots of love for the metallics as well, with Susie T saying, I love these metallics, I have them all. I can't wait to see what Craig comes up with. And Lynn on Facebook saying, love the Spectrum Noir metallic markers.
There we go. So we have now just done a bit of heat embossing just onto some black cardstock here. I'm just taking away just a little bit of that condensation. Still got just a little bit excess off. You take a bit more time than me. And then I'm just going to then just take some of my actual pens. So mine's are all just in one of them. So what I've got is red garnet. Well, let's just go for red garnet at the moment.
Yeah.
So within the actual pen, what you've got is you've got like a finer nib just at one end, and then what we've got is a brush nib at the other end as well. So you can see as you've got that nice brush nib, so if you want to do kind of like your brush strokes, you can do.
Yeah. Get
into the finer detail with the little bullet nib, you can do. That's what we'll do with this one. So I'm just going to go straight into the letter E with this one, onto our black card, and as we were saying, absolutely it comes into play when you use your darker cardstock, for instance, like your black card, or it could be your deep navies. Even craft card does look really quite effective. Can still use them onto your white cardstock, but because you've got all that metallic in them, it just really does, you know, it really shows them off and does them justice when you use them with your black card. So you can use your bullet nib like I'm doing on this one, or if you find it easier, you can just flip it over, and you can also use the little brush nib. The brush nib as well, you've still got that little fine point at one end, so you can still get into all of these tiny little bits. So we're just going to work this one out, and then as we come all the way down, just following the line, but because you have got a mix of colours, so what you've got is, you know, you've got this one here that I'm using is the red garnet, but you've still got tones of red, you've got tones of greens, you've got tones of blues, as well as, you know, your antique colours, you've got your silvers, you've got your gold. So if you want that jungle theme, but within metallic style, you've got those colour ranges there that you're able to do that. It just gives these stamps, or any stamps that you use, a completely different look. So we're just working our way around and colouring them in.
I've had loads of hearts sent in now, which is quite nice. Thank you, Katie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 44, 45, 46, 47, 50. Lynn, 75 purple hearts. Thank you, Lynn. Oh, Betsy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 as well, just for me.
A lot of love for Ben.
Hey, only because I asked for it.
A lot of love.
You didn't have to ask for yours. Director on YouTube says, I love to heat emboss. adds so much more to your cards. Really does, doesn't it? It's a fantastic technique.
It does. It really, really does. You know, it just gives you a different take and a different look. And because you can do them on so many different surfaces, it really does make them really quite unique when it comes to your metallic range.
Do you have to, if you're using it, so you mentioned earlier on about using it on acetate and on the little, like little candle pots, the glass as well. Do you have to dry that after you've used it?
No, nope, no. What I would just do is I would just let it sit, you know, just maybe for 10, 15 minutes or so. But you don't need to do anything specific, not at all.
Yeah.
It just, it's obviously the quality that's within them because you've got that metallic. But on this one here, because I'm using the lime green now on this one.
Yeah.
And even then, when it just comes to do all this filigree detail, it just, from up above, so if I just even start to tilt that from up above there, you can see how we've got that red, we've got the green coming through, but you've got that real prominent metallic look flowing through.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to carry on. I'm going to do just a little bit more here. And then what I've already got is an image already stamped out onto a bit of vellum that'll show you that as well. And then I'll even show you just a quick bit of stamping with them.
Love these stamps as well, the alphabet stamps, as Craig says, is on the show. So again, you know, if you wanted to recreate this demo, maybe you've got an idea of using these for, little home decor pieces potentially. You've got the ability to be able to do that as well. And as you can see, like we've both touched on, how, I mean, obviously, like Craig says, you can use this on the lighter colour cardstocks as well. But it's the darker colours, isn't it, where the sheen, the metallic sort of reflectiveness really does come through. The stamps that we're talking about, the alphabet stamps, bottom of your screen right now, we've got A to Z, obviously, we've got the and the hashtag as well. Any 6 for £12, that's a bargain, isn't it? 6 for £12 or $16, $2.99 individually. That's really coming on, isn't it? Look at that.
You see how even just by that little bit that I've done, you'll be able to see how it just starts to come to life already. And in some ways, what you could do is you could just cherry pick sections, colour them in and leave the rest of them just black with your white embossing. Yeah. That's entirely up to yourself. But you could see how that would start to come along, you know, whether you're working their way around. Maybe pick maybe 2, 3 colours. You can do more if you want, but just limit yourself, and then that can work really effective too. But if I just bring in this stamped image that I've done, again, heat embossing. Now, it's not essential you have to do heat embossing, but I just find it really does work well. It really just brings in and hones in that metallic look. So for this one, let's do a bit of the gold on this one, on here. So this is just a bit of coloured vellum and white embossing. So let's go gold plate. What we'll do as well is let's just bring in a bit of white card. I just wanted to show you as well just how it would look onto your white cardstock. So although we're saying you can go onto your dark card, you can see even when it comes to the gold, you know, it is still really substantial onto your white. It's just that metallicness that comes through that really just spurs through when it comes to your dark card. But on this one here, on vellum, so again, you've got that bullet nib that goes through all the pens, or you've got your brush nib. So it's what really you find easiest doing. Many might find it easier to use the bullet nib to go into all these tiny areas. However, equally, many will find it easier to do the brush nib because you've got that real fine point right at the very end. It's one of those that's personal preference. Yeah. And also technique-wise, because what I'll do just in a moment is we'll stamp with this pen, but this is where, what I'm about to show you, definitely is easier doing it with the brush nib than the actual bullet nib.
But again, there's so many different things that you can do, but even if you're just buying these maybe, you know, to add some sort of glitz and glam to your Christmas cards and Christmas packs, even for just, you know, adding to tags this year, or writing your Christmas cards with these, or writing your tags with these as well. Sounds so simple, but just adds that real kind of special finish touch, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. No, what I was trying to say. I think that was a mix of oh yeah and oh gosh at the same time. Oh yeah, you're right enough with that one there. Whether you just want
sounds a bit like Sean Connery. Oh yes.
Whether you want to just write with them, you know, they're not calligraphy pens,
No.
but because you've got that brush nib, if you do want to do your fancy font writing, you absolutely can do. It's just, they're so much fun. You just have a look, see what materials you've got at home and give it a shot.
And as well, for that price, right, $23.98 for all 18, I think is phenomenal. So it's the kind of thing as well that if you've got, you know, kids or grandkids perhaps who are getting into their art, maybe they're studying it at college, these are kind of, how can I put it, great value for money, but like top notch, top quality markers that you're going to be getting. So the kind of thing, great giftables, as I say. It may well be that you're struggling for, you know, sort of stocking fillers, small sort of gift ideas for crafty people in your family. With this sort of collection, you know, you're not spending a fortune, but you're getting real top quality products, as you're seeing here, and you're seeing how easily, you know, these things can come to fruition. Look at that again, amazing. It
is. When it comes to your colouring, then when you do your gold against white embossing, really does come into its own, that you can see just here. If I come a bit close up, and then you'll get, there we go. So I'm going to move my hand and put my hand back in, just so you can get that bit of depth coming all the way through. So that is vellum. Coloured vellum, equally nice if you've got the white vellum, clear vellum, the frosted vellum, but that's simply just been colouring. So we're coloured onto black card, we've done a little bit just onto white card, just so you could see how substantial that it is. We've done it onto vellum, and then what we'll just do, just because I've still got this stamp here on my stamping platform, let's bring in this cardstock again. We'll just use the same one. It's just watercolour card, and this technique, of course, we're away to spritz water, so it is best to use your watercolour card. So we're just going to bring in, let's go for the gold because we had that to hand just a moment ago. And I'm also just going to bring in my spritz tool. So this has just got some water in it. And I'm going to then just use my brush nib with my gold side. And with this one here, what you're able to do is, what I'm away to do, you can do it with any of the colours. You can even mix and match if you wanted to. So you could pick out some of the detail within the stamp. Maybe use the foliage with your green metallic, or maybe just pick out some of the flowers with the red. It's entirely up to you, but just using that bullet nib, no I'm not, I'm using the brush nib, I'm just popping my pen just at a bit of an angle, and I'm just literally colouring over the top. So all that we're doing is we're just replacing an ink pad with our pen, laying down that colour, like that.
Again, this gives you an idea of the versatility, doesn't it? You're not just using the pens, as silly as that sounds.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Completely changing either the look or the way that you use them. So then what I'm just going to do just here is let's just spritz with a bit of water onto our watercolour card. And then we're going to bring in our stamping platform, and then we're going to press. And because they're water based, what's going to happen is you're going to get, it's kind of like a bit like of an explosion, a mini firework, in the fact of the actual stamped image is going to come in contact with your cardstock that has got water on it, and it's going to start to bleed out, but you're still getting all that gold metallic just popping through. So if I just press, and then when I release that one there, so you see how it starts to get that explosion look. Now I never popped enough water at the top, but I can still come and pointed in the wrong direction, but never mind. Spritz towards the top, and you can really get that distressed look within this one. Leave it like that. Come back and then add detail in with some of the other colours. It could be the metallic pens, it could be some of your other pens that you've got at home. Equally, come on top, let that dry, stamp again with a black, you know, your noir black or your nice fine black ink pad. That then puts the detail in, and all of this background distress look, you know, that's done. It's kind of like it's done the colouring for you, so you don't need to do that. It's just a different take on how you can use your stamps with your metallic pens.
Just brilliant. Do you know what? Again, if you were kind of thinking to yourself, oh, they're just pens, you know, I'll just use them as is. No, so many different ways that you can use these. And that's the whole point about these shows, is to hopefully, you know, educate, hopefully inspire, hopefully. And if you've got these already, then hopefully we're giving you a few more ideas as to how you can use them. If you have already got the metallic markers collection, do send us in some pictures of your makes. We would love to see what you have been up to. But $23.98 for the full collection, don't forget. I love all the different colours that you've got in here. That citrine we saw on the last demo there with Craig just a few moments ago. But there's your rare minerals. And as you can see, I love the fact as well that we demonstrated that, yes, obviously on darker cardstock, particularly on the black cardstock, these look phenomenal. But of course, you can still use them on your white cardstock, on your lighter cardstock as well. But it's just, you can see on the darker colours how that colour really just pops off the page. That's where the metallic element really comes into its own. So amethyst, blue topaz, jade green, citrine, your red garnet and your pink quartz included in this collection. You've then also got your antique elements as well. And again, look at those. Look at that sheen. You've got the pearl, the satin, the tarnished silver, your rose gold, your aged copper and your antique bronze. And then also you've got all of your precious metals included as well. And again, look at how those just shine. You've got your silver ingot, the pewter, bronze, burnished copper, gold nugget, and that gold plate as well. I think that's a stunning price, really inexpensive for top notch. $23.98 or $33.90, and it works out that you buy two, you get one free. I said you buy two,
you get one free.
$23.98, $33.90. Don't miss out on these. It is, by the way, National Christmas Jumper Day today. Why are you wearing a shirt, Ben? I don't know. I didn't get the memo. But you know. Now, Christine. Now this is brilliant, right? So Christine can choose. So she's got a jumper of jumpers. This is I'm going to have to come a bit closer here and have a look at this. This is brilliant. So you've got your jumper, which has got a jumper with snowflakes, penguins, snowmen, snowflakes, reindeer. I like that. That is brilliant. A Christmas jumper. Love it. Any more pictures that you want to send in of you wearing your Christmas jumpers? There's Craig. Hi Craig, you right there? Just seen Craig's Christmas jumper. He's got that. Back to me. There we go. Yeah, Craig's got his snowman jumper on. Patty, I love this. Patty Baumgardner has got her Mr. Grinch t-shirt on. I bet you're not though, are you? I bet you're not, Patty, are you? Not Mrs. Grinch.
Not.
No,
of course not. Not with that smiley face. Does it look like Mr. Grinch?
And I knew it. Says Patty says I'm really not the Grinch. I knew that. Your Christmas tree in the background as well. That is brilliant. Keep sending those in. Have you had any Christmas jokes yet? No Christmas jokes. You want your cracker jokes? Come on, hit us with your worst jokes. We'll tell a few jokes before the 2 hours is up, or the hour and a half we've got left. Lots of lovely comments coming in. You can send in your pictures, send in your jokes to us as well, and anything that you want to know about any of these products, do get those questions in. Right. Let's just quickly remind you of your inks that we've also got on the show as well. First time I've seen these, and these are brilliant. Once again, your liquid inks. So you've got your vintage and your rich collection. Could you believe it? But 8 pots you're going to get in total inside these 2 little boxes here. And as you can see, it goes a long way. Water-based, of course, as well. So there's so many different things that you can do with these different colours. You're going to get 4 30ml pots within each of the boxes. And you've got within this your rich metallics and your vintage metallics. If I show you the boards, you'll be able to get a bit more of an idea of the colours that you're going to get. So your vintage metallics look a little bit like this. So you've got in there your antique bronze, you've got your aged copper, you've got your tarnished silver and your antique bronze as well. And then you've got your gold plate, silver ingot, ancient bronze and your pewter as well. So again, really, really beautiful colours that you've got in here. I'll just show you your vintage metallics as well, which are here. Antique bronze, aged copper, tarnished silver, and your burnished copper as well. 8 pots, £29 or $47. Should be just shy of 50 or $79.99. So some big savings to be had for that collection. Right, let's show you what else we've got on the show, because if you've got all these beautiful pens, you're going to be wanting things to work with. Like, for example, these, which are really, really busy. These cut and emboss folders, super cool. Got a lot of time for these. Your 6 everyday folders. £46 or $53. Do exactly what they say on the tin, really. You've got these cut and emboss folders, so it allows you to get that amazing emboss, but also going to cut you a beautiful, beautiful sentiment as well. And each of these, just so handy. Birthday, I mean, come on, how many times are you going to use that right throughout the year? You've also got included in there as well, congrats. As you can see, all of that beautiful detailing with all of the swirls in there as well. You've then got friend. Once again, you know, you can use it as whole, but as we're seeing here, you've then got the kind of the cut from the actual sentiment itself, which you can use elsewhere should you want to be able to do that. So versatile, these cut and emboss folders. Home, that one, we've had that conversation, haven't we? It's like the Home Alone house, that one. Watched that a few times already this Christmas. Then you've got love. Again, think about using these potentially for, you know, home decor pieces should you want to be able to do that. So many different things that you can do. And then you've got the thanks as well. One pass giving you that beautiful cut and emboss. And as we said, you've got the ability to be able to use the waste, if you like, in many different ways as well. £46 or $53 if you want to go for that collection. Less your platinum membership of 20%. It comes down even further for you as well. Lots of lovely comments coming in. Just referring back to those stamps, the alphabet stamps that we got on the show. Rosalind saying those stamps are great for embossing. Rosalind also saying, I love watercolouring with the metallic markers. Oh, we've got some Christmas jokes coming in. This one here says, why does Santa have 3 gardens?
I don't know. Why does Santa have 3 gardens?
So he can ho, ho, ho.
Ah, that's a good one.
You don't have to laugh. Don't force it.
Sorry.
And Yvonne says...
Bon.
Yvonne says, who is Santa's favourite singer?
I don't know. Who is Santa's favourite singer?
Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley. Mr. Christmas wasn't a big fan of that one. I liked it.
We see, I laugh, I get into trouble. I don't laugh and I get into trouble.
I got one for you.
What's that?
What carol is heard most in the desert?
I don't know. What carol is heard most in the desert?
Oh, camel, ye faithful.
That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Let's go back to some demos, shall we? What are you going to show us next?
Let's do what I'm good at.
Yeah.
Well, even that's questionable. Let's go on to our inks.
Oh dear.
Let's go for our inks on this one. So we'll start off with our rich metallics. So these are in a little pot. So what won't you think as well? What you already know and love that you can do with our aqua pots or our sparkle pots or even our pens, you can do the same with these, but obviously they are in metallic form.
Yes.
Or they're metallic ink. So you can still do all these different things. So we'll do one in a moment on black card again, but what we'll do is a little bit kind of like distress and look onto a bit of our watercolour card. I've taken just one of these pipettes, get them inexpensively online. If you have got any of our aqua tints, you do get some small ones in with your little pack, so you could always use them. So on this one, let's bring in our... What one is this? Ancient bronze.
Yeah.
And a bit like our other ones, aqua pots or sparkle pots, what I'm just doing is I'm just twirling them around. You've got a little ball inside that just helps mix up the metallic pigment, and then it just lets it flow around evenly.
Is that every time you use them or just from new?
I'll do it every time.
Oh.
You know, when you get them brand new, I would maybe spend a minute or two just doing that. But then when you've got them after they're new, you've used them a few times, literally maybe 10, 15 seconds, if that. So I've got some water and I've also got my paintbrush as well. All of these things you can find on the web, well, the brushes you can, not the water. You can just get that from your tap.
Can you?
Yeah. Yeah, or if you're really posh, you can use Evian water to do your watercolours.
Wow.
There we go.
Wow.
So I'm just giving my watercolour card a nice coating of my water. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring in my ink pad. No, I'm not. My ink pot.
Yep.
And look, now, can you see? I'm not quite sure. Let's go from up close.
Oh, hello.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry. There we go. There we are. I don't think I've got grey hairs.
Oh.
I'm just... all right, okay.
You're right over there. What are you showing us?
See all of this metallic liquid.
Yeah.
I know it's so hard to actually see the gold. You can see. Do you know what I was? Yeah. It's hard. It's like glitter.
To see.
You just got to tip it so far, and it's all going to go over the edge.
We don't want that, do we?
It's like gold liquid that's just swirling around in the little pot. It looks. Let's just see. I know because we've got a bit of a shadow. Let's see from up above because it just looks just. Oh, it's hard to explain.
Here we go.
It's like luxurious. It's really looking.
There we go.
Now, I know we've got a bit of the shadow, but even around the side now, just look at the goldness, the metallic, all this, the pigment that's in there. So that was completely pointless, I'm sorry.
Well, I appreciated it, to be fair. I was enjoying that. It's good. Craig's getting lots of hearts today. Seriously.
Yeah, their hearts off.
Oh, bless him.
Bless him.
Oh. I appreciate the effort. I appreciate what you were trying to show us there. And it's not the easiest thing in the world to do at all.
No.
I would have, if that had been me, it would have gone all over the counter. So fair play to you, sir. Well done. Good work. Oh, what are you doing now?
So what I'm just doing is I've just gone over with my paintbrush with the water, and then because it's water based, you see how you get another bit of like an explosion look. You can get all of these backgrounds.
Yeah, it's like a little firework display.
Yeah, it's like a little firework display.
Yeah.
Or then what you could do again, bringing in your spritz tool, your spritz bottle.
Yeah.
It's really.
Oh, here we go.
Start to spritz that up.
Yeah.
And I've done this onto our white, so even then you can see, even though they're the liquids, you've got that ability of getting that gold just coming through, popping through when it comes to your white cardstock. But then what you can do again is just keep spritzing, and then what's going to happen is that the more you do that, the more it seeps out. You can then start to bring in other colours.
Yeah.
But then what you can also do is just start to blend it all back in, create your own background.
You can't believe, sorry to interrupt, from the small amount that you squeeze on there.
Exactly.
You cannot believe the coverage and like the thickness of the ink that you've got there as well. That just shows you how far this ink goes, doesn't it?
It really does. And then I wanted to do this full background bit because you would leave this to dry, but those boards that you showed, Ben, that really showed off how you have got those ovals. That is how you would do that. Just literally get a bit of cardstock, white or black, I'll show you in a moment. Just give that a good paint. That could be your matting layer.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't have our luxury gold cardstock, for instance, if you don't have the matte, the mirror, or the glitter, then if you've got these pots, you can create your own. And as Ben says, they go so far. I've coated that whole lot. If you're just wanting a matting layer, you're just going to paint around the sides. You're going to let that dry. But then what you can also do is anything that you've got a bit of texture. So I'm going to bring in just a bit of kitchen roll. And then what I'm doing is I'm dabbing extra off. But what this does is this brings the Look at that pattern. Now, if you like your mixed media, keep a hold of that and use that. But it pulls up some of that metallic liquid. But what happens is it leaves that pattern on the background, but you don't lose any of the metallic pigment that's through. Once it's dried, what will happen is what you just seen with Ben's boards earlier on will come through within that pattern that you can see there. So I'm going to pop that to the side.
Would you get your heat gun on that to dry that normally, or do you just leave it to...
6.5 dozen.
Oh, okay.
If you leave it to dry naturally, it'll dry flat. If you use a heat tool, it'll do the same job. All that will happen is it'll curve your cardstock, and all you need to do is just pop it down flat, just so that just something heavy on the top. Now I'm going to go over to a bit of black in a moment, but what I want to do is I'll just quickly show you a little bit of this waste that is here. And where's my watercolour? Here we go. What I'm going to do with this one is, when we do the spritz technique with water, where we're picking up any of the waste from your glass mat. Now, another one when it comes to metallic inks, it's not something that you can really do with any other ones out there. Now, you couldn't do this, with that marker pen range that's ends in RP. You couldn't do that with the metallic.
RP?
But what I'm doing,
I know the one you mean.
Spritzing water on the top, and then just picking this one up, still sticking with our white watercolour card.
Yeah.
and you're starting to get all these effects. So this one here is potluck's what's going to happen because you don't know how it's going to look. Straight away with this one, what about the fur on, you know, like the lions?
Oh, yeah.
The tigers, you know, you've got that kind of striped effect that you've got there. But then just keep going along, picking it up, and you can keep doing that and keep going and going. That could be your distressed background. If you don't have embossing folders, this is an alternative way of creating texture, but without actually having that touchy-feel texture. It's all done within looking at the actual effect that you've got. So keep going and keep doing that until it's all gone. But obviously for time and speed, I'm just going to take this excess off just onto my glass mat. You can do this on your glass mat. If you've got our Spectrum Noir craft mat, the brown one, you can do it on that as well. So then what we can just do is let's bring in some black card, and I've got the silver pot on this one here. So again, let's just run this round very, very slightly. And then what I'm going to do with this one, let's pop that to the side. Let's bring in this stamp. So this is the friend that we've also got on the show.
We do, yep.
And we're going to do this one, and we're going to do a bit of clear embossing with this one onto black card. So let's just take this one. It seems to be well stuck within the packaging.
Just before I forget, a question which is coming in about the metallics. Bettina asks, can you use on mirror or matte mirror card?
What I would do is I wouldn't necessarily coat the whole lot. Right. With your metallic pens, but if you're just wanting to colour in little accents or that onto your matte or mirror card, yeah, you can do. Okay. That would work fine. What I'm just going to do, I'm going to change that because we've got a lot of excess. You can see that paper or card for some reason that it's been sticky in there, so I don't want that to transfer through. So let's just bring in the hello one. So let's. Gosh, who's been using these last?
Not me, not me. Who had those last? That's the question.
Whoever it is hasn't cleaned them with whatever stickiness they've been using.
Johnny, do you know who used those last? Oh, I don't know. Whoa, it wasn't me. Nothing to do with me.
We've got Enjoy, don't we? That's in it,
yeah,
isn't it? Yeah.
Enjoy, yeah.
Let's go for Enjoy. And
looks like someone's been enjoying using those and not putting them back properly.
I think so. They certainly have been. Naughty, naughty. Be on Santa's naughty list, that's for sure.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
So let's bring in let's just go for a slightly bigger stamping platform for this one. And let's pop this one on. And earlier on when we've done a bit of heat embossing, I used our translucent clear, and I said you could also use the opaque pigment. So that's what I've done when you were just speaking a moment ago, Ben. I just nipped across and I've taken one of these ones to show that if you do have these ranges of ink pads, you can then do your heat embossing too. So this one was the pumice.
Yes.
Never heard of that before.
Pumice, like a pumice stone, isn't it?
A what stone?
A pumice stone. Used to be quite popular. Did this do pumice stones? My mum and dad used to have a pumice stone. It was like, you used to have it in the bathroom, didn't you? It's like a bit of like volcanic rock, isn't it?
Is that what you like? And
use it to like get rid of your dead skin on your feet and your.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry if you're having your lunch. Sorry about that. That's a bit gross. Hopefully you're not having any parmesan on your food. Oh dear.
Oh well, I'm not going to be having that on there.
You asked what it was. I was only saying that's what it is. A pumice stone, isn't it? Is it volcanic rock? Oh, we're going to find out. Producer Johnny's he's a Google expert today. I'm sure it is. What if they still do them as well? Does anyone?
The banter, aren't they? We'd have thought so.
Why are you asking that anyway?
Because that's the name of the ink pad.
Oh right. Okay. Sorry.
Get with it.
So all right.
Gosh.
It is a volcanic rock. Look at me coming out with stuff today. This is brilliant.
Check you out.
I know.
Fountain of all knowledge.
I know, the fountain of all knowledge indeed. Dear. One thing I don't know, which I'll have to ask, is Laurie's question. How many colours are there in the liquid metallic ink line? Because we've got 8 there, haven't we? She's asking, are there 18 colours like the markers? No, there's another 4, just being told. So 12 is the answer. 4 more.
Another 4 more, yep. So there we go, just pop my powder on. I'm just getting rid of some of that excess. If you have got an anti-static bag, you can use that one. And then that will then stop any excess powder sticking. So what we can just do is heat this one up, and then we can start to bring in our silver ink. So let's just pop this one over the top. So we're just starting to melt this. So this is then, it's not going to be quite clear.
No.
But it is going to be, you will be able to see it onto the black cardstock. So let's bring all this over the top. So when you're doing heat embossing, just keep your heat tool still. And then as it melts, you're just going to work your way along. And then what this does, irrelevant of what kind of embossing powder you use, this will create a resist effect. But what you can also do, Ben, which really works really well, your foil press, if you foil any of your designs, doesn't matter what foil you use, but if you foil it, that foil then becomes that resist effect as well.
Oh, okay.
So then you can still do your inking and all that over at the top. So I'm going to keep tilting that there, but you can start to see that kind of shimmer and glimmer.
Yeah.
So turn it around that way, and then we'll be able to see it in a moment. I'll keep it set, there we go. So you can start to see it coming through, and then I'll just tip it just so that we can, there we go. So you can see it says enjoy. So then what I can do is, let's just go back in now. I'm going to change the water just because it's gold going into silver. So I'm just going to get that excess off. And then what we're going to do is we're going to move over onto our silver ink pot. So let's just again just go circular motions here. And then what we're going to do is, I'm just going to do a little bit. Now, obviously the black isn't watercolor card, but I am just going to still go on direct kind of along the top. And straight away, even if you were to say, if you were to coat all of that, look at the intensity of that silver on a black card. Looks phenomenal, doesn't it? So you could keep going because that'll still create the resist. But what I want to do is, let's just water down my brush. So that little bit along the top, and then what you can keep doing is keep pulling it all the way down, because it's water-based. So then you're getting that deep intensity at the top, and you're kind of blending that one shade in. So we're coming all the way down. If you want to add a little bit more water, you can do, and we'll bring it all the way down. If you want to go back to the top and add more depth with the silver, you can do. And then once we've got a little bit at the top, let's just bring in a little bit more water. And then we're going to just start to just blend that back out. So let's just take that excess. And what we're going to do is blend that one out like that one. And then what we're going to do as well, so you've got the fact of it's like that resist effect. I'm going to bring in just a bit of our kitchen roll, and we're just going to just dab off a little bit off of our embossing powder, just so it reveals it that wee bit more. But again, what we're going to do this time is, let's just either using your spritz tool, or I'm just putting my hand just into some water, and I'm just going to flick, and it's going to do kind of like what we'd say is our faux bleaching effect. So what you already know and love, the things that I show and we all show when it comes to our sparkle pens or aqua pot pens, you can still do the same when it comes to these ones here. So I'm just going to just tip it to, you can see where I've done all those spritz of our water that you can see just there. Let's just move that one out of the way, and let's just bring in another bit of kitchen roll just here. I'm just going to dab off that excess once more, taking all that off here. And then what happens is, I'm taking as much as I can without actually forcing it. And what I mean by that, without actually kind of like scrubbing it, taking as much as I can off. And it gives you, it's like a metal steel or a silver steel kind of effect. So if I then just press that, taking all that off, and I'm just going to take just around the center, and it's an embossed silver kind of backing. I don't know if it's coming across as well as it is up front.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you know, on if any of these buildings, or when you're constructing buildings, they've got your silver paneling, you've got that embossed detail, whether it's the company's name or when it was established, anything like that, you've got that embossed detail. You can start to get that effect there. So you're thinking about, you know, men's cards, teenage cards as well, always the worst apparently. We're told us men are hard to make cards for. So you can start to bring these ones in again. Again, it gives you that embossed look without actually having embossing folders, but you can do your metallic, your steel, all those different looks just with your metallic pot.
Really, really clever, isn't it? And then hopefully, halfway through, you're already getting some ideas as to how versatile these metallic inks are. Whether you're going for the liquid ink, whether you're going for the metallic pens, you have got so many different things that you can do with these collections. £29 or $47 for the Vintage and Rich collection. 8 pots that you're getting there in total. And again, point being, I think from that demo particularly, you've seen if you look at those pots, thinking, well, not very much in there, is there? It goes such a long way. You only need a small amount to be able to get such great coverage, and the sparkle that you get, that metallic finish that you get, is simply sensational. Do not miss out. £29 or $47. If you want to go for the decorative floral word stamp collection as well, let's just show you those because those were the ones that Craig was going through, ready for that last demo there with the Enjoy. But I love these big stamps, as you can see, really, really big. And I love the fact that you've got some lovely words with. You're right with it. Craig's just chucking stuff around over there. So I wonder what that was then. It's like something had fallen out of the sky and landed on your head. It's mat went in the air.
I was just moving my stamping mat, but I think I lifted my head, my hand too high, and it hit the camera. So I think actually the camera is if you Charlotte, if you go up above.
Oh yeah. He's messed it right up.
Totally mess it.
Oh dear. Anyway,
I'll let you carry on, Ben, and I'll see if I can help to sort it.
Right, so you have got in this collection your 8 stamps, big stamps as we said, with the beautiful flowers entwined there as well. So you've got friend in there. Thank you, with these beautiful flowers, lovely, lovely flowers, gorgeous, included in there as well. You've also got, hello. Next up is your sister. Again, beautiful flowers that you can colour to whatever specification you want, so you can come up with your own flowers if you want to. Hopefully you won't have to use this one as often, but that one is sorry. You've then got Enjoy, which we just saw a few moments ago, that fab demo from Craig. We've got Congrats as well. And then last but by no means least, we got Mum. $19.95 or $27.95 for that collection. Again, half price deal, so you buy 4, you get 4 free, basically, with that, which is just phenomenal. Now, let's look at the quirky sentiments, because these are brilliant. If you are someone who fancies doing something a little bit different as far as your sentiments concerned, if you're sick and tired of best wishes, with love or whatever it might be, then this is the set for you, because you've got some really quirky sentiments on here. A 19-piece collection for £30 or $36, saving over £17 or $20. This one, last time it was on actually, I said it, happy birthday to my favourite human. Lots of people out there make cards from their pets to give to other people. So that is a perfect sentiment. If you do that, if your dog or cat likes to give cards, that's perfect. I met you, I liked you, I love you, I'm keeping you is also included there as well. I love this. Next up, you have got I can't read it upside down. Too glam to give a damn. Then you've also got not all girls are made of sugar and spice and everything nice. Some girls are made of sarcasm, wine, and everything fine. Love it. Next up. Wishing you a day as unforgettable as I am. And then you've also got be anything but predictable. See what I mean? All just a little bit different, these are. Life is all about finding people who are your kind of crazy. My brain is experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. Also in this collection, you have got be yourself, because an original is worth more than a copy. And then you've also got eyebrows. The one thing you can get. Well, eyebrows, the one thing you can get into shape without exercising. Love that! That's brilliant! Okay, next up. Oh yeah, God, I'm getting into shape tomorrow. No one ever like going for a run with Sarah tomorrow morning. Last week I was supposed to be going running at 5:30 in the morning, but I forgot my trainers. Fancy that.
What a wally.
Yeah. I got my trainers this time and I will be there. Relax! You're not getting old. That ship has sailed. You've been old a while now. Don't grow up. It's a trap. Next up, you've got, I'd totally shave my legs for you. A smile is the best makeup any girl can wear. That was Marilyn Monroe that said that, you know. That's what it says on there. You've also, this is my favourite one. I'd walk through fire for you. Well, not fire because it's dangerous, but a super humid room. But not too humid because my hair. I fall in love with you more and more every day, except yesterday. Yesterday, you were pretty annoying. And these are great, aren't they? I love them. And they're all yours for 30 quid. And the last two you got, silence is golden. Unless you have kids, then silence is suspicious. Yes, you know it. And life is too short to be normal. Stay weird. They are fantastic. So as I said, if you're looking for something which is a little bit quirky, a little bit different, out of the ordinary, and you know somebody who'd appreciate a sentiment like that, grab them today because they are a great price. £30 or $36. Now, I want to say, maybe a month ago now, Fiona got very excited about this when it came back in stock. It's not been back in stock very long as this rotating design board, but super handy to have. And you know what, when I saw the price on this initially, I thought, well, there's no way that this is going to be kind of, not well made, but not as well made as this is. It really is a sturdy bit of kit, is this. It's chunky, it's well made, and you can see how the board rotates nice and simply for you as well. So, you know, if you are into your colouring, you are into your artwork, not just that as well, all sorts of crafting, this is a brilliant bit of kit to have. You know, if you're crafting maybe in the front room on your knee, maybe you want to craft on the go, this is super handy because you've got that full swivel of your rotating board available for you. Comes with your bulldog clip as well, so you can keep whatever it is that you're colouring or working on nice and secure. And as you can see, it flip rotates absolutely brilliantly. $15.99 or $19.99, super handy, particularly, you know, to go with your colouring. I just think that is a super bit of kit, and whilst we've got it back in stock, you might want to add it into your basket. $15.99 or $19.99 for that selection. And if it's metallic pencils you're after, we have these on the show for you as well. I won't open these up because I did it just before the show and they all fell out all over the floor. But basically in here again, you've got a wonderful collection of colours. Again, if you're wanting to get that beautiful reflective colour, these are the ones to go for. You've got in here pink and green and mica. You've got in there violet, light blue and nickel, purple, yellow, blue, rose gold, silver and gold. And again, if you're wanting to kind of get some metallic colour into your projects, but you don't want to perhaps go for £23 today, you can get this set home, beautifully presented, £10. £10, I think that's a heck of a deal. Again, $11, it is a 20% saving on that as well. Comes down even further for you, £8, isn't it? £8 if you are a platinum member. So definitely worth having a look at. We'll have a look at some of your jokes in just a second because I'm aware that we've got loads of your Christmas cracker jokes coming in. So we'll do those in just a second. So, metallic pencils or metallic pens? That's the question.
Ooh, it's a tough one. That is a tough one. You're going to get two completely different looks. Because they're metallic, again, still going to look phenomenal onto your black card. That's exactly what we're going to use with this one here. Now, these are so highly pigmented, so it's not necessarily one you're going to be coming along with your water brush or paintbrush and start to blend them in. However, you can start to colour in pencil on top of pencil. colour on top of colour. What you could also use as well, if you have got a colour blend pencil, so you've got the blending ink, you've got the little paper stubs as well, when you can blend the colours in, you could be using that with these ones too. I'm not going to use any of that because within the pack it is just the pencils, so we'll colour in a few things and show you how you can use just one tone colour, or you could start to colour and blend two colours, maybe three in together. Now what I've done is you can either do heat embossing like we've done before. I have found this pad and I'm specifically going to use this because I know for a fact so many of you lately have got these within your goodie bag lately.
Oh yeah.
So you might not be aware of what you can do with them, how you can colour them. So I found this, Tracy found it for me. So this is where I'm going to be using these. Now I'm going to show you a few things already done, coloured in with these pencils.
Oh,
so
wow.
This is just blending on top of each other. So these pads, in case you wonder, this is like your clear embossing already done for you.
Is that with the pencils, did you say?
This is pencils,
Wowzers.
Yep, the pencils that are in this tin that we're ready to show you. So this is how the pad looks. So it's done that clear embossing for you, and then just colouring in with the pencils. Look at that. So you're getting that metallic look, but within the pencils there. So where they can go over to that next page here. So your florals, your leaves and that as well. Gives you a bit of, I want to say, and I mean this in a nice way, an eerie look with them because it's black with your metallic pencils on them. And then again on this one, start to colour in that one there. Picking them out, go straight on one colour if you want, but you can start to blend the others in. Now don't just think as though you can use these ones with your pencils, use your metallic pens if you want. If you want to do a wash with the metallic pots we just showed you, you can do, no problem at all. But let's bring in our pencils here. So what I'm going to do, so this set is the studio set. This isn't my set that I've got at home. What I would then suggest is just on a little bit of scrap card or that, because your red pencils all come with a really fine tip, and that just doesn't go for these go for our aqua pencils and that as well. I would always suggest what to do, just to eliminate that sharp edge, just on a bit of scrap, just take away that sharp point. This is, I personally find it easier just to start blending in colours if you've taken away that sharp point. So what I'm going to do now is we're just going to finish, I'm just going to leave it like that. Now, when it comes to our aqua pens or that, or our aqua pencils, you know in the past that you could come along and then you could start to blend out that colour, just to show you that you can't necessarily do it with these ones because they're so highly pigmented. See how it stays in place? Whereas your aqua blend pencils, because they're water based, then you can start to blend the colour out. So what I'm now doing, now that I've got that nice little slant at the tip of my pencil, we can just start to come in, and I'm just going to begin to start colouring. I'm going to purposely go light, and then what I'm then going to do is just slowly just start to build that colour up so we can start lighter. So this is where, if you're using that one colour, you can then start to build upon the layer, so you can start to get a lot more depth by getting a bit deeper and deeper. So there's just kind of like one tone I've done in it. So we've gone for a very light pastel tone on this metallic one here. And then what you can start to do is really go a bit more heavy-handed and really start to blend, well, not so much blend, but really start to fill in that section. So I'm not pressing too hard because I don't want to snap the lead of my pencil. But what I do want to do, just want to do is just get a bit more heavy-handed as each time goes along. Yeah. So on there, we're just going in with another level. And you can see there, so the already the difference from that first layer that I done there. So you can see that one here. And then what I'm going to do is let's go just a little bit more heavy-handed again. And although it's pencil, you're not going to lose any metallicness. You're not going to get any of that subdued kind of look. It just absolutely shines through. So
it's an even more, as I said earlier on, you know, if you haven't got the £23 today, £10 for these is still a great option, isn't it, if you want to add that metallic colour to your projects?
Absolutely. And I would, if you can't go to the metallic markers, or maybe you can only go for one or the other, I personally would go for these pencils over the metallic markers. If you've never done colouring before, you find it you find it harder, maybe with some colours, maybe a bit daunted. Then with pencils, you've seen me there, I can start light, and then I can slowly start to build that colour. So if you are unsure, that's when I would start with the pencils. So you're just starting to build that colour up. That's just with that one tone on this one here, which happens to be, funny enough, it's called green. I thought it was going to be a real exotic green colour, you know, like the pens, but it's not. It's called green.
Green.
So you could then, let's just do this section just here, exactly the same, building up that colour. So we'll go light, and I'm just going to do exactly what I've done on this one, but on this side, Ben.
Do you want a few Christmas cracker jokes then whilst you're colouring?
Yeah, let's go for it.
They're all pretty terrible, but in a good way. Anne says, how much did Santa's sleigh cost? Nothing, it was on the house. I need a little...
I know.
There's a few of them I potentially can't read out. Shaddai sent in loads. Seriously, I mean, we've got a full-on comedy stand-up routine here, Shaddai, I think, from the jokes you sent in. What did Adam say to his wife at Christmas? It's finally Christmas Eve. Get it? Christmas Eve.
Oh, Adam
and Eve. Oh, it took him a bit of time there.
It did. Yeah, we've got an Adam in the gallery. He's just popped in.
Hello, Adam. Julia on Facebook says, a topical cracker joke. Why are Santa's reindeers not in lockdown?
I don't know.
Because they have herd immunity. That's good. That's good.
That's a good one.
And another one from Shaddai here. It says, where does mistletoe go to get famous?
I don't know.
Hollywood. Mistletoe. What was that?
No, it just went do-do-do.
Oh.
Just doing my own side effects. You're rubbing off on me.
Send in some more. As I said, there's a few sort of choice ones that I potentially can't read out. But yeah, keep those coming in. Also, any more pictures that you want to send us, because it is National Christmas Jumper Day today. So you've still got about 45 minutes to get your pictures in. And as always, if you've been using any of these products, whether it's the ink pots, whether it's the metallic pens, the metallic pencils, we'd love to see what you've been doing, or any of the sets that we've got on the show as well. If you've put any projects together recently, send in your pictures and then we can share them with the rest of the world. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. I'm just trying to find some more jokes. What says OOO?
I don't know.
Santa walking backwards. Santa walking backwards. What's green, covered in tinsel, and goes ribbit, ribbit?
I don't know.
Mistletoe.
Oh gosh.
Anyway, how are you getting on? She's saying that the box is gone. Do you know what? Charlotte's quite new to us here at Cross TV, but I'm getting used to her already. When she takes me out of the box, she's like, right, shut up, Mosby, yeah? Shut up. Come on, back to the demo. See, I'm gone. Look, there you go. See, I can take the hint. I like that. That's good. At least I know where I stand. Charlotte is in charge. She's shutting me down. What are you up to now? Making your own little colour palette?
I am. No, what I'm just doing there is, on this section here, I just coloured in with that green. So I just done that one colour, and I just started to lay that up. So I went lighter and lighter.
Yeah.
And no, never. I started light, and I got darker and darker.
Yeah.
And then that is our black card. So that is our green metallic pencil onto our black card. So you can see how it's almost like one of those pastel highlight greens. You've got that metallic coming through. But then what I'm going to do within this one here, I'm now going to use the purple and then also the violet. And then what we could do is start to show you how you can kind of like blend in two shades together. So all that I was doing just a moment ago was just taking that sharpness off the tip of the pencil. And then let's go into some of the petals of the flowers. Let's go in with the violet first. So what I'm just going to do is just into the actual base of the flower. And because this is all embossed for you, what happens is the colour just goes onto the cardstock, but not onto the embossed image. So I'm just slowly starting lighter, and then just a little bit more heavy-handed, just starting to pop that colour on. just so it starts to really showcase its metallic look. I'm just going to move on. I'm just going to do a couple to start with within this violet. And then what we can then do is just bring in the purple and start to just blend the two of them in. So if you've got your blending solution and your paper stumps that you could be using with your coloured pencils, then what you could then do, use that. However, we're going to just start to overlap these two. So, and it's always hard, isn't it, onto the black card. What I'm just going to do here is just onto the opposite end of the petal. I'm just going to go in with the violet, and then when we just start to cross over, a bit like you would do maybe either with your classiques or your tri-blends, just kind of blending them over the two, over together, and then you start to get that blend effect. And then I'm just going to do this next one here as well. So just starting to colour that one in, and the more heavy-handed you get, that more intensity you're going to get.
Yeah.
But I always like to start very lightly and just build upon that colour. You can always add, but you can't take off. So we're just going to just over that top where the two colours just meet. I'm going to go back onto that one. If you wanted again just to go back in with the violet and then just lightly colour it into the middle. And then what's going to happen is hopefully you'll be able to see in a moment. So if we then, you can start to see, there we go.
Oh wow, yes.
Now can you see there what we've got? I'm trying, there we go. So we can see as well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come closer. Can you see how we've got the violet towards, what one was the violet? So we've got the violet on towards the inside of the flower. So there, and then we've just started to blend that out into the purple.
Yeah.
So you can absolutely blend two colours in together. So you can blend them like we've done there, or what you could do is if you just want to go on with that one tone of colour, you absolutely can do as well. So you've got a few different options in which you can actually create. The pencils absolutely, for me, would be one of those where I sit down, that clipboard, that turning board that you just showed a moment ago, Ben, that would be absolutely spot on for doing something like this. You can sit nicely settled into your chair, a nice copy, Christmas film on, Christmas lights on, and just start to colour in. There's no pressure, you don't have to think about it. Start off lightly, building that colour up, and you cannot go wrong with these ones. I can't speak highly enough about these metallic pencils.
Yeah, and especially for that price as well, £10 or $11 today. Really great value for money. Again, doesn't have to cost you the earth. This Christmas time, you can pick up some really great deals from us at low prices. Now, as I keep going on about, I always think, you know, loads of you have been watching us for months and months and months and years, and I know some of you have, but some of you are new, and you're thinking, we keep going on about platinum members and gold members and the club. What's all this about? Well, here's a little video which will explain.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the crafty makes. we'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
So there you go. Hopefully that has explained it all for you. And as you've seen, you know what? Even if you're placing your first order today, you're automatically going to be saving money on the price that you see on the screen. We're going to have a quick look now at some of the other goodies that we've got on the show. I love this collection. You know me and me stencils. This is the background stencil and focal stamp collection. 55 elements in total here, and just like it says on the screen there, you've got a beautiful background stencil and then the focal stamps to create a really, really beautiful image. So within this collection, you've got Write Your Own Story. Love this one particularly because you've got the scattering of the kind of typewriter font letters in there with the ink splodges as well. And then you've got the beautiful stamps which you can add, which include on this one, Just For You. You've also got on there, On Your Special Day, So Nice, Awesome, and more. And I love, again, the matching stamp that you've got to match up with the detailing on the stencils. And as I always say, I think stenciling is such a great craft to do because it's nice and quick and easy. The results that you can achieve are amazing, and you can use so many different materials with your stencils as well. This is Happiness Blooms. Again, you've got this beautiful sort of lattice design with the flowers on there as well. And then your stamps include Thinking of You, Happiness Blooms From Within, and then you've got some beautiful floral stamps to go with those stencils as well. Next up, love this one, which is Music and Lyrics. Take a look at that. Gorgeous. With the beautiful notes and the stave and the treble clef. Love this design there as well, which is going to look beautiful. As you can see, once you've mixed those together, the notes just coming to the fore there. You've got the stamps here too. Music is what feelings sound like, and life is the music. And again, you've got the stamps which kind of relate back to the stencil as well, all matching beautifully. All of this is £36 or $40, by the way. This one is Life Happened. Love that. Again, if you're looking for more masculine designs for your backgrounds for your cards, you've got that sort of brick wall effect. You've got the cogs there as well, and then also with this, you've got sentiments like if you can dream it, you can do it. Life is what happens to us while we are making other plans. Also in this collection, it's a big one, is this Back to Nature. So again, with this in your stencils, you've got all of these beautiful leaves and foliage. You've got the bark, sort of like the tree trunk design there as well, and you can see again how that all beautifully coordinates with some of your more autumnal colours, particularly from your inks. And then again, with the stamps, Enjoy Your Day, Happy Birthday, and some more of those beautiful stamped leaves as well. Next up, again, this is gorgeous. It's time. Take a look at this. You've got these beautiful clock faces. You've got this wonderful detailing on the stencil, and then stamps like Never Give Up, Great Things Take a Time, and You Are Ready. Two more still to show you. If you're thinking this is big, what a collection. Life is a journey. Again, you've got this beautiful design, sort of like the grids on the map of the world. You've then got the map of the world itself there to stencil out. Look how great that looks. Just stenciled through with all of the detailing of the stamps as well. You've got a little compass to go on there too. And then stamps, sentiments including Bon Voyage, Life is a Journey, Enjoy It, and last but by no means least, Make a Wish. Again, you've got this wonderful background, the gorgeous flowers on there too, and you make a wish flower just because. Oh no, just breathe. Make a wish and set it free. All of that for £36. Again, a brilliant set if you're looking to getting into your craft, if you're looking to buy somebody, you know, a huge bundle which has lots of craftability, then that is one to think about. Saving almost £20 or over $25 today, £36 or $46 for that collection. 55 elements in total. Lots of pictures coming in as well. We were chatting earlier on about the alphabet stamps. Actually saw this on one of Craig's earlier demos, and Kimberly showing just how great you can make these look. Thank you so much, Kimberly, for sending that one in. They're available as well on a deal for you as well. Now Now, in Florida, not Christmas jumpers, Christmas t-shirts. I can understand why, because I kind of get the feeling it's always warm in Florida. And this t-shirt that Karen's showing us here is made by her. She's made it using our dyes, apparently.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
I love that. Karen, thank you so much for sending that in. And I love the fact that, you know, t-shirts, yeah, you know, I mean, I'm getting away with it today wearing a shirt normally, you know, layers upon layers up here, isn't it, with Christmas jumpers. It's so blooming cold. But yes, Christmas t-shirts, why not? Keep sending those pictures in and we'll show more before the end of the show. Right, those inks as well, if you want to grab those. Now, as you mentioned, we've got the 8 pots of the ink on the show, the liquid ink, vintage and rich collection. 8 pots in total. We were just mentioning, someone asked earlier on, is there more in the collection? You can get 4 more pots, but we've got the 8 in this deal today for £29. So you've got your burnished copper, you've got your tarnished silver, you've also got your aged copper and your antique bronze. Small pots, yes, but as we've seen in the demos throughout the show, these really do go a very, very long way indeed. And again, as we've seen in the show already with Craig, lots of different ways to be able to use these too. Now, as well as that collection, you're going to get your rich metallics collection, which brings you your gold plate, your silver ingot, your ancient bronze, and your pewter as well. Saving over £20, over $32 today, £29 or $47 for the ink collection with the rich metallics and those vintage metallics as well. And as you said, if you want to get the pens, we've got those on a great deal for you too. The full collection, 18 of those, which we'll see before the end of the show. Half an hour left. Time is whizzing by once again. So let's get on to another demo. What are we going to be looking at this time? The inks?
Right here, we're going to go back to the ink pots once again. So we'll do a bit of a distressed background with the first one, and then I'll even show you how you can paint with them as well.
Oh, cool.
So whether it's your water brush or maybe it's your paint brushes. So it really is, hopefully by the end of the show, it'll just kind of cover different aspects that you can do with the ink pots, metallic pots. So what we're going to do with this one is our ever so popular salt technique. So what I am just hoping is, probably should have done this right at the start, but we'll start it off and then it gives us a good 25 minutes or so to let it dry, and then we can come back and show you how it looks. So although we're not doing it on watercolor card, we're still going to do it onto our black card, so we'll still get a bit of a mottled effect. So what I am just going to do with this one is I'm going to use a bit of our tarnished silver, which is from the vintage metallics, and we'll also incorporate a little bit of our gold, which is, well, it's not actually, I lied, it's antique bronze, looks a bit like gold, and that's from the other one, that is from the rich metallics. So if I just get that swirling just a little bit, and then what's going to happen is we can take the lids off, and then that'll give us a good basis to then start with our black cardstock. So take these ones off, and then because it's not actually watercolor card, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to completely, you know, like smother it within water. It's just kind of enough, just so that we can still get a bit of a distressed effect when it comes to adding some salt. So that's all I'm going to do. Any excess water, I'm just going to pick it up, and then we're just going to start to blend it in. What I'm then just going to do is just a bit of the tarnished look, and I'm just going to literally, all that I'm doing, Ben, is just dabbing it. Yeah. Just in certain areas, you know, to save, keep changing and cleaning ink pads or brushes. Let's just take another one, and I'm literally just dabbing it as well. So we're just dabbing it out, and then what we're just going to do is just do it in different areas as well. You could start to do like blend the colours in like we done earlier on, but I just want a bit of a metallic look. Because you're dabbing it in, what you're getting is that bit of a distressed look equally within the actual pads. So if I just start to just dab some of that in along there, let's just bring some of this in as well. So it's all about having a play as well, seeing what you can come up with, seeing how it's going to look, but also how you apply it. So if you do it smoothly back and forwards, you'll get one look, but then if you dab it like I'm doing here, because you're getting that brush stroke kind of, not that smooth just brush stroke, but you're getting that bristle effect within this one.
It's a nice thing to do, isn't it? If it's not a precise sort of way to craft, is it? And that's what appeals to someone like me. You don't have to worry about, you know, measurements or doing stuff in a precise way. It's just, like you said, have a bit of fun with it. Oh, he's got the salt out now as well.
Got the salt.
Here we go.
So I'm just going to really smother this within the salt. And then what I'm going to do, let's take that bit of backing paper, give it a good smothering of the salt, and then this is where you're going to come along with your water spritz. So again, just water that's in it, and what's going to happen is that water's going to seep through into the salt. It's not going to dissolve the salt, but then that salt is then going to suck up the moisture from your ink underneath in your cardstock, and that's what's you want it to happen. But just to give it that little bit of a helping hand, we're just going to spritz a little bit extra water on top. Let's see if I got another spritzing tool. Mine seems to be running out of water.
We after?
We are. Just another one of these that's got
I've got some over this side, but they're not open.
No, I see. I need some with some water.
Ah.
No, because I need it with water in it.
Oh.
So
we can get you some water.
We can get. Let's just see if I got
bucket of water.
Yeah, don't need a bucket.
Get a bucket.
I'll
go fill this one up if you want.
Do you know what we'll do?
I can go. I don't mind.
Let's just. It's going to be a bit metallic-y water, but there we go.
Well, don't say I didn't offer.
No, you definitely did offer. So now we can spritz. So what that's going to do then is that's going to give us a bit of an additional metallic mottled effect. So what I'm doing now is we're just going to leave that be for the time being.
Yeah.
And then what I'm going to do, if I just carefully pick that one up, we're going to let's sit it to the side just here. And then we're going to just pick up some of this excess ink. Now again, you're not going to waste this. You're going to keep going with your spritz and water tool, bringing up some of that ink onto your cardstock. Equally, when it comes to the salt, I'm just going to move my glass mat just slightly for the time being. Your salt you're going to let dry, and then that's going to be your texture for things like your shaker cards if you want to. So let's just pop that one into there, because I'll put that in a little bag, cello bag, and then I'll bring that home with me so I know I've got that if I need. So let's just pop that back so you can see what I'm doing better. Then what I'm going to do now is let's go back to that letter stamp that we done earlier with the E. So I'm then bringing in my little paintbrush. So I've got a little one, even if you've got a finer one, you can be using that. And then let's just keep with this gold one here. I keep saying gold, Ben, it's not, it's bronze. Antique, ancient bronze.
Ancient bronze.
I think I need glasses today.
We've got some glasses. Have you got your glasses over there? Put your glasses on from earlier, I'll put mine back on. A few people have been asking where they went. That's better, can you see it better now?
Oh, there we go. Perfect.
Yeah. What you got on the top of your glasses?
Step into Christmas, step into Christmas. It's like Elton John, isn't it?
A little
bit funny.
Didn't sound like Elton John.
Better stop. I'm not going to sing anymore.
What you got on top?
I can't afford it.
What you got on top of glasses? What's on top of your glasses? Oh, it is hat. It's hat. It reminds me of Elton John. Elton John?
Yeah.
Evidently.
Or Dwayne
The Rock Johnson?
No, Reg Dwight.
Reg Dwight.
That's, us mates, that's what we call them.
Yeah. Mates, did you say? Yeah, Club Inspire member,
yes,
apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, platinum.
Yeah, him and Biggins. Love a bit of crafting.
Yeah. Just say hello to Reg, who's probably watching this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
He's like 20 times platinum or something, I think, isn't he?
Something like that.
20 times at least.
Loves our Gemini.
Yeah, he's a big fan. Old Reg. We're trying to get him on Craft House, but his schedule's a little bit hectic at the minute. Maybe next week.
Maybe one day.
Christmas. Huh?
Maybe I'll tell you what. I'll give him a WhatsApp after.
Yeah.
Say, oi, mate, come on.
Oi, Reggie boy, come on.
We'll do
Craft
a bit of a duet with you as well.
Well, you and Reg.
Yeah.
Next year's Christmas #1.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Huh?
What are we talking about?
Well, you just said you were mates with Elton John. Is that not true?
Sorry?
Is that not true?
My phone book's filled with celebrities.
Is it?
Yeah.
God, like who? No word of a lie. Talking about celebrities, right? So this isn't me dropping names at all, because this is not name. Well, they are names in the box. So having worked on radio over the years, I've picked up numbers from people that I've interviewed and kept them in my phone. And I was on a stag do once, and the guys knew that I had these numbers in my phone, and they took my phone off me. And do you remember Chico from the X Factor?
Oh.
Yeah, I interviewed Chico, and no word of it. Like, they got hold of my phone, and without me knowing, they rang Chico up and asked him what time it was. Yeah, he wasn't very impressed. Apparently, he was in the middle of a gig at the time.
I'm not surprised.
They rang him up.
That reminds me, I've seen clips on TV. Now, I'm not, each to their own, I'm not a big fan of Michael McIntyre, but I know...
You're not a big fan of Michael McIntyre?
No.
No!
No.
Why do you not like Michael McIntyre? You don't like my show! Come on, Craig!
That's brilliant. I like you. I'd rather you...
Oh, that's it. You like me doing my impression of Michael McIntyre? Yeah. Why do you not... Anyway, carry on.
But on one of his shows of that, did he not do something where he takes a celebrity phone or something like that?
Every week, send to all.
Yeah. But no, I don't have... you know, Sarah's a celebrity. I've got her on my phone.
Yeah. What was the Michael McIntyre story, though? Oh, that was it? That was the end of the story, was it?
Well, yeah, that story you told me, it just reminded me.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
What I love about, sorry, now talking about Michael McIntyre now, what I like about that show is when he does the midnight game show, and he sneaks into a celebrity's house during the night, and he wakes them up, and he basically does this like really random game show in like midnight, and they've obviously just woken up from their sleep, and he gets, the best one he ever did was Gino D'Acampo. Yeah, he got Gino D'Acampo on the midnight game show. I don't mind Michael McIntyre.
I've seen the clip. I don't know if it sounds like that, Michael McIntyre, but he got Jerry Halliwell to go into the tennis player that I should know because he's Scottish.
Andy Murray?
Andy Murray. He was now Andy Murray's mum was in on it, and Michael McIntyre got, Judy Murray. Michael McIntyre got Jerry Halliwell into, what's his name?
Andy Murray.
Andy Murray's hotel room while he was sleeping.
Yeah.
And done some kind of game show.
Yeah, that
must be it.
It's the midnight game show! Come on!
You sound so like him. You sound better than he does.
Oh, thank you.
Can you do Lee Evans? He's my favourite.
He doesn't do it anymore, does he?
No,
He's
he doesn't.
retired.
He took retired.
Don't really know what Lee Evans sounds like.
Just like Roadrunner, isn't he? He's always on the go.
He was the guy who just used to like, he was drenched, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Like, he used to sweat through his suit.
Can you do Joe Pasquale?
I don't know if I can. I'm not a performing seal, Craig.
You're a performance monkey.
You said
go, come on.
Dance, monkey, dance! No, just because you did Michael McIntyre, so that's why I did that.
Yeah. Oh, it's interesting. But yeah, there we go. We've just talked a wee bit of Michael McIntyre.
How on earth did we get on to talk about that?
I don't know. It was me, wasn't it? Celebrities on their phone, wasn't it?
Oh, yes.
That was it.
Yeah. Did I tell you I know a Gladiator as well? Because I know you like Gladiators.
I loved the original Gladiators, yeah.
Trojan from Gladiators. Big mate of mine.
Is he... Oh.
Genuinely, Trojan.
Do you see him often?
I haven't seen him for a while.
Like, could you maybe, I don't know.
I could get him on Craft House. He'd come on Craft House.
Would he?
I don't know if he's a crafter though. Trojan, yeah. From the original.
That would be so...
He writes now. He's writing novels.
I do remember
thrillers.
that. I remember reading that somewhere that he does that. Jet's still always my favourite.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Jet and Wolf.
Oh, Wolfman.
Wolfman.
They have Gladiators in the US.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, was that big? Was it big in the US as well?
Yeah, when I think like our original Gladiators, the American one started before ours.
Oh.
And I used to love that one. The American Gladiators was really, really good as well.
Yeah.
But I was a huge fan of the UK Gladiators from the Birmingham Indoor Arena.
Yeah, with
Ulrika Johnston
and John
Fashanu. And John Fashanu.
Yeah. Not a big fan of Fash though, by the sounds of it.
Auga!
That was John Fashanu, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to think that was Chris Akabusi, but Chris Akabusi did something else. But anyway, we're going miles off track here.
Oh,
Gee whiz.
no, it's Friday.
From Elton John to Chris Akabusi. Wow.
So yeah, if you ever want to introduce me to your mate Trojan,
yeah,
I'd be
starstruck.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I did a video with him quite a few years ago, and we had like a radio show Gladiators, and I beat him in a staring contest.
Did you?
Yes, we had an arm wrestle, and you can probably guess who won that one.
I would faint if I met Jet or Panther. Totally faint.
Wow. Anyway. E.
So what we're looking at is those, so the flowers, the foliage along just the bottom just here. So we've then started to paint using the actual ink pots that you can see just here. So we're looking along the bottom, then even further up to the top just here. So although we've got that ink pot, as I said right at the start, think of it technique-wise that you can do with your sparkle pots or your aqua pots, but you're getting the metallic look when it comes to these pots here. So whether you're wanting to do your backgrounds, whether it's wanting to do distressing, if you want to do your backgrounds with like your salt techniques, you can blend them out, you can blend colours in if you want to, why not paint with them as well. So they're really, I look like a right numpty with these glasses on, just trying to explain that. So you really can see you can do so much when it comes to these ink pots. As always, for a lot more on these sorts of ones, go back onto YouTube, have a look at Leanne or Fiona where they really go into a lot more detail, Sarah as well, and they will really explain. But as I said the last time as well, there's so many crafters out there that don't work for Crafters Companion, but they'll have a love, they have a passion, and they do blogs and they do posts on social media. So you just go onto Google, go onto YouTube, and just type in Spectrum Noir metallic markers or metallic pots, and you'll be surprised at the amount of inspiration and demos that are going to pop up, not just by us, but from so many Crafters Companion fans out there.
Absolutely brilliant. I just thought I'd read a few more of your jokes which are coming as well. By the way, Shadiah has literally sent in more jokes than Michael McIntyre. So many jokes. What would you call an elf who has just won the lottery? Wealthy. What kind of motorbike does Santa ride? A Holly Davidson. Wow, these aren't getting many laughs, are they? And what do reindeer hang on their Christmas trees? Ornaments. Anyway, moving quickly on from those. Thanks, everybody, for those jokes. Well, they are cracker jokes. They're not meant to be good.
They're what?
They're cracker jokes.
Oh, cracker jokes.
Oh, yes, for goodness sake. That as well. Right, let's move on. The rotating board. Again, always very, very popular. I can't believe we've still got these in stock, actually, because I'm led to believe that last time we had them, they flew out, and then we got them back in again. Grab them whilst they are here is what I would say. Beautifully made. It really, really is a stunning bit of kit, and it allows you to craft very, very simply and easily. So perfect if you're getting these pens today, if you love to do your drawing particularly, of course you can use this in other crafts as well, but if you love to do your drawing, you love to do your colouring, absolutely perfect for crafting on the go. Maybe you just want to do a bit of crafting of an evening on your lap. That's where this is so perfect. You've got that 360-degree swivel on there. You've even got your clip there too, so you can keep all of your artwork nice and safe, nice and simple to keep it in place. And for $15.99, I think that is a heck of a buy. $19.99, of course, take off your 20% platinum, and that comes down even further for you as well. But something else which you're absolutely loving are the markers. Again, if you want to add that beautiful metallic sheen to your projects, then this is the way to go. Double-ended, of course, as well. So you've got the fine nib for doing more sort of detailed work if you want to do writing with them, and then you've got the nib, the other end, to allow you to do kind of more bigger work, I suppose, if you like, particularly for your colouring. It's the 18-piece collection, so you've got the complete collection of your metallic markers, and as we've discovered, they're so versatile. Look particularly good on your darker cardstock and your darker paper, as we're showing you here on the black. And this is the first collection of 6, which is your precious metals. So you've got your gold plate and gold nugget, your burnished copper and antique bronze, and your pewter and silver ingot. You're then also going to receive in this collection, if I show you this one here, which is your antique elements. Look at that. The pearl, the beautiful satin and tarnished silver. You've got your rose gold, the aged copper and the antique bronze as well. And last but by no means least is your rare minerals. Look at all of these gorgeous colours. That citrine is stunning, and the blue topaz as well. Wow. Jade green included, plus amethyst, red garnet, and your pink quartz as well. It's the complete collection of the metallic markers, saving almost £12 today, over $16, $23.98 or $33.90 for that collection. And as I said, the great thing is, you know, it's a super buy for you. If you want to get these and split these up and give these as Christmas gifts, you can do. Not a fortune to get top quality metallic markers from us here at Crafters Companion. But with about 15 minutes to go, it is time to have a look at another little demo with these markers.
We are indeed. We're going to go back to the markers. So I'm going to bring in that Colourese paper pad again, because sure you could use that if you have got them within your goodie bag, and I know many of you did.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do first off, you said earlier on, Ben, what about writing your Christmas cards or that? Then you can do it as well. What I'll do is let's just bring in, just realised I'm going to do it onto black card. Let's be honest, your Christmas cards on the inside are probably going to be white. So let's do a bit of writing on the white as well as black, just to show you. Let's go for, maybe you want to write on a lovely silver. So let's go the bullet nib. You know, you can just start to come across and then just write. There we go, it's running out, that one. Good start there, isn't it?
That one doesn't.
Good start. That one doesn't. Let's go for then the red garnet on this one. So you can of course start to write, you know, whether it is your messages, Merry Christmas, and it just adds that little bit more luxuriousness to your cards.
Yeah.
So you can see whether it is onto your black card, you can see just there, so you're still getting that metallic look. But then maybe you want to write within your, obviously your inserts, which are probably going to be white. So still exactly the same. Let's just go straight on. So you could be writing, you know, your messages. You know, you could write your own verses or sentiments. If you're good at doing that, then obviously you can do. But Merry Christmas, and then Happy New Year.
And you got neat handwriting.
Many people say that to me.
Yeah.
Many people as well say that my writing's quite straight. You know, and kind of like as a straight line instead of going down at an angle.
Yeah.
But then that's because usually I write with a ruler.
So you write with a pen, it's a lot easier.
Good one, good one. Yeah, usually that's probably your best joke all day.
Hey, but these are other people's jokes, not mine.
So yeah, usually I'll write with a ruler.
Do you actually?
Yeah. My granddad used to do it.
In general day-to-day life?
Yeah, like if I'm making really quick notes for myself, then no, I'll just freehand. But then usually, yeah, if I'm, you know, writing things down, writing cards down, you know, and actually even writing notes, but for later shows or that I want to know. You know, when you scribble something, you go, I'll remember what that says, and then later on you're like, what did I put? So then, yeah, I've got ruler in my bag, always carry a ruler, not in my pocket, but in like my craft bag and that, and I always write with a ruler. So, yeah. Yeah,
there you go, you learn something new every day.
And then I think, so when I do come to just do freehand, I think that's why it's quite straight in the fact of usually I'm using a ruler. So I've got that line, so you can see there. So that's how usually my writing looks with a ruler. That being said, goes to show you absolutely can write with them, whether you use a ruler or not. But of course, let's just bring in this pad. So earlier we showed you how you can be using your pencils for this one. But what we're going to do is let's bring in on this one was the green on this one. So this pattern, if you've got this book, which I know this is the one that many got. I know there's a couple, but I know this is the pad that many got.
Yeah.
We can then just start to just go in. Now on all of them, you've got that brush nib as well as that bullet nib. And you can just start to really go in. You can start to then just pull the colour out. But what you can also do with them, and I never actually showed you this earlier on, and it's probably one of the first things I should have showed you to show how versatile that they are, and then that's watercolouring with them. So what I'll do is let's just do this last little bit within the leaves. So whether it is the dark cardstock, which does absolutely work best, and it really shows off the pens in all their glory, but of course come along with the white like we showed you a moment ago, colour them in. But then if you want to do, now you can use your bullet nib, or you know, you just use your brush nib onto your glass mat, onto your craft mat, bringing in your water brush or just your paintbrush with some water, just picking that colour up.
Yeah.
Actually a bit excess water just poured out there, so let's just pick some of that colour up, and then what you can start to do is just start to watercolour. Let's take some of that excess off, picking up that colour, and then you can start to go in and then pull the colour out. So at first it's not going to look too intense, but as it starts to dry into your cardstock, you get that kind of opaque, kind of see-through metallic look. Now I know that might not make sense, but what happens is you get your black cardstock that you see, you get a bit of that green that starts to just pop through. However, you get that metallic look afterwards. So I'm not sure if we can, so if I then tip it that way, I know it's all black, as much as the metallic range are so good to show you, because it works best on black card.
Yeah.
Can you see it just there? So what I've done there is just that bit of blending out. So using your water brush, your paintbrush, blend the colour out so you can go from your deep to your mid to your tone with the one colour. But then of course you can then still absolutely just go direct onto your card. Equally, go direct onto your card as well. So even just do a tiny little bit. And then what you can start to do is just pull that colour out. So we're pulling it out, letting that dry as well. Now, as always, you're always best to use watercolour card. Of course, we don't really do a black watercolour, but it just goes to show you can still do all these techniques as well. Nothing stopping you from trying them out, giving them a shot. This is the pad. To get that same effect, you can be doing this with all of your stamped images at home. All you're just going to do is you're just going to be using a translucent clear and then a clear embossing powder.
Yeah.
That's then going to give you that look that the paper pads give you, but this is now going to be your over the edge stamps, your character stamps, your alphabets, your sentiments, any of your stamps. You can get the effect that you can see within this little book here, but then come along with your marker pens or your metallic pens or even your ink pods and that as well, that you can see like that. So what I'll then do is if I just pop that one to the side, I've got just a few here just to the side, which are these ones. So let's bring these ones in. So these are all done with these metallic pens.
Yeah.
So you can hear, so whether you have got, let me just, because I know what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick my elbow into this bit of green ink. And I know I've got a third live coming up later on.
You are busy today.
Busy. We'll tell you more about that in a moment.
We will, yeah.
Now this laugh, this is actually a die cut, so that's been then coloured in. Same with all these little embellishments as well, die cut and then coloured. The sentiment all the way around, that is then being stamped with that same metallic ink pads. So you can see, so you've got the laugh. Then on this one here, earlier on with the alphabet, where I showed you that you could stamp and spritz with water. That's what's been done with that one there. Then look at this. This is the 8x8 background stamps. This is, we actually had them on Cartload was it last night? Yeah, it was last night. So stamping them out, doing your collages as well. What about doing your scenescape, your nightscape? Look at that distressed background.
That's amazing.
Again, still done with your actual metallic pens that you've got there. Little simple designs, whether it is your stamps. One of these days I'm going to turn it the right way around. I think just in case you wonder, what we actually see is back to front and left to right. So what's our left is actually our right and vice versa. So just in case you wonder, why do they always seem to turn them the wrong way? That's why. But you can see that's your stamped image. Really, really simple on that one there. Stamping with the sentiment, stamping with your flourishes on the background. You really, really can do so much stamping, die cutting. Look at your backgrounds on this one here. That is done with the pen as well. Even just your little blending pads. Now, if you manage to get those not these ones here, but the mandala stamp and dies that were on Cart Road last night, imagine colouring all these ones out within your metallic look. Would look phenomenal. Another kind of mandala-esque type look. So you can see from whether it is your die cuts. Yeah, so your balloons, you know we've done the balloon edgeables?
Yeah.
What about colouring them in? These would look awesome. Go on top with the glossy accent. If you don't have glossy accent, a little cheat is to actually use a tacky glue. It will come out white, but keeping in mind it will dry clear. Little cards you can see just here. So little cards, larger cards, you know, it could be your home decor if you want to frame it. There really, really is so much more. Distressed background, you're doing all your now these ones here, this is using a round blending foam. So what I'd done a moment ago, where I just squiggled a little bit onto my glass mat, I just squiggled it on my round blending mat. I just got a little bit of that ink onto my round blending mat and just literally squidged one word for it, squidge it round in circles, and that then starts to give you your background that you can see there. All of these have either been created background or they're stamped with them. You can see just there, look, all of these ones here. The whole time my little snowman is
snowman's loving it.
Loving it, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I love that. It's not its nose that does the talking, is it? It's not its carrot. It's his mouth.
He hasn't got a mouth, has he?
Frosty the Snow.
No, your snowman.
Oh, my snowman.
Looks like he's got a mouth.
No, he doesn't actually. No.
So he was probably going.
With his little carrot and his scarf.
Good. Excellent. Thank you to Craig. By the way, we're so busy. We're back together again. Well, hopefully we're back together again tomorrow, if they allow us. But just give everyone a little bit of a heads up as to what you do, because you're back on with another live tonight. But you've been doing these every night during Advent, haven't you?
I have indeed. So what to do, 8 p.m. here in the UK, 3 p.m. Eastern Time or 12 noon Pacific, or if you're across in Central Europe, 9 p.m. If you go across to my Facebook page, Craig Laird CC, I know the strap came up at the bottom of this show, so Craig Laird CC, it'll take you to my Facebook page. What I do is I do a live, I do say 45 minutes, it's never 45 minutes.
You had a 3-hour on the other day.
The other night was 3 hours, we chat, 3 hours, we chat, and then we craft. I know before you know it, I'll be doing 3 hours here. But we chat and we have a craft along with whatever is behind that door of our Advent calendar. What I'm going to do as well tonight is we will open door number 11, but I do also have a demo left over from our launch earlier on, which is Best of Britain, Best of British. So what we will do during the live is we'll open up door number 11 of our Advent calendar. We'll see what we can create. We'll have a bit of a chat, and then we'll also do a demo with the Best of British as well. So it'll be fun, nice and fun. No interruptions from our presenter. As much as I love them a bit, you're not going to have them. Love you, Ben.
Well, anyway, I might do a little live later on where I have a bit of a chat with you guys, because I've got a few bits and pieces that I want to give away. Can I make another card of you? Of
course you can,
Good.
absolutely.
Right, so I've got some stuff that I want to give away, so I might do that. Maybe not, I might do it tomorrow, but we can all have a little bit of a chat and no interruptions from Scottish people. The thing is, though, I think if I did a little live, mine certainly wouldn't be 3 hours. How do you go over 3 hours?
It's the interaction. Yep, 11. It was like just shy. It was like 2 hours and 55 minutes. We get chatting. You give me ideas on what we're going to create with the Advent calendar. I'll say, oh, we're going to use red card. Have you got any other suggestions? Do you want this die in this place here? And we just have a chat in life as well. It's really, really good. It's really, really fun. And it's nice to see everyone just chatting away. So yeah, before you know it, time goes.
I might tune in tonight and just like start like typing loads of stuff so that you know I'm there. Just like typing loads of random stuff. I'll start sending you Christmas jokes. Well, make sure you tune in tonight, because that will be good. And also, of course, don't forget, tomorrow we'll be back once again. We've got a masterclass at 1 o'clock UK time, 8 East Coast, 5 West Coast, of course. And then tomorrow afternoon from 4, Craft House, where it will be we two again. And the lovely Sharon Callis will be calling in to chat with us with some amazing products on the show as well. Hopefully I'll be all in one piece tomorrow, because I'm going for a run with Sarah, as I've mentioned in the morning. So I'm really looking forward to that. Thank you to all of your comments as well, by the way. A couple of late ones coming in. Beth saying, this was awesome. I'll need to get these markers later today. I have a meeting I need to get to, but thank you, Ben, Craig, and all crafty friends. And Lil J Craft on Facebook just saying, I love all of those examples you just showed. So hopefully something on the show that tickled your fancy. I really do believe something for everybody here as far as the metallics is concerned, and some beautiful sets as well, from your stencils to your stamps and more. So make sure you do take advantage of all of those deals. Craig, we'll see you tonight over on Facebook.
You will do indeed. Just to say as well, Charlotte, well done. Great day today. Charlotte in the gallery.
I was just about to say that, but yeah. Charlotte, well done.
Johnny, you done all right.
Producer Johnny. Yeah, we don't just say well done to you, Johnny, because you've been here since, I think they built the building around Johnny pretty much, didn't they? I think.
Johnny is the legend of shopping TV behind the scenes, I'd say.
He is. No, big thank you to the team. Thank you to Julia and Jake as well, who've been working very hard today. And thank you to Craig as well.
Thank you, Ben.
Brilliant. Right, that's it. We will see you tomorrow. Have a brilliant rest of your Friday. And we'll see you tomorrow from 1 here on Crafters TV.